And hello, everybody. Sorry for the quick delay. Sam and Chris will be here in just a second. But it's time to get started. Thank you for joining us for yet another exciting adventure with those natural ones. Before we get started, a couple quick announcements. Just a reminder, we will not be doing our in-person sitting around a table rolling real dice this month because holidays and scheduling and suck. So the next in-person sitting around a table rolling real dice will be Friday, January 17th. I know, it's a long time to wait, but it'll be worth it, I promise. Before we get started, Scott, tell them about the stuff that you have to talk about every week.
I've got lots of stuff to talk about every week,
especially this your audio's music working. So
that was I was going to check too. We got audio. Everybody can hear me. All right, so. Cool. So guys, we kind of reached a milestone this last week. Here at Those Natural Ones, we've kind of had an ongoing joke having to do with our predecessor stream, Critical Role.
Oh shit!
Critical Role did it, you know. Kind of like the South Park and Simpsons thing, you know. Simpsons did it. Go check out our short. OMG, I'm Vax, and you'll see that it's been a joke for a while. You know, because they've been doing it for 10 years now. We've been doing it for 2.5. So a lot of things we do, they've done already. But you know what? They just did something we've been doing for a long time.
That's all right.
Anybody who's been watching our show since the very beginning knows that Grundle has been a part of this universe ever since our DM pre-session 0 told our former cast member Lindsay that she could not name her character straight up Grundle Tractor, so she decided that would be her character's last name. We have been to Grundle Tractor Manor. We've talked about Grundle Tractor Farms. 2.5 years now. Well, if you watched Critical Role Session 0 recently for their Christmas show this December, they were brainstorming the names of the town, and they came up with Grundle Brush Springs. Well, guess what, Critical Role? Those Natural Ones did it. Now they went back to the different name, but Liam did put in a Grundle Brush Community Theater. So there is a Grundle Brush, and if you're one of those people saying, "Hey, you guys have Tractor, they have Bush, it's not the same thing," what do you think a Grundle Tractor is for if it's not for Grundle Bush? Okay, the Grundle is our territory. The Grundle has belonged to Those Natural Ones for 2.5 years, so finally we can say Those Natural Ones did it. And you can check out that we've got all sorts of stuff on our channel. We've got a new short finally coming out Friday, and another one that I did coming out the following Friday, from like 40 episodes ago. You go to our Patreon, patreon.com/Those Natural Ones. You can get to a level where you get a week early release for those shorts and mid-ranges and stuff. There's lots of other different things to choose from. One of those is a weekly shout out to everybody at the Mishra level or higher. So once again, thank you, Les and Flora Marlatt, for your continued support. Check out the full list of our patrons at the mid-screen and screen and near the player card section from time to time. Check it out. Help us continue to grow. Maybe we'll, someday be able to do lots more things that Critical Role hasn't done. And obviously better. So,
indeed.
Obviously.
Thank you.
It's go to patreon.com/Those Natural Ones.
Thank you, Scott. Emery, where else?
Sorry, I'm still getting over the fact that someone's probably going to clip you saying that our territory is the Grundle.
If somebody wants to clip that, you go right ahead. I will be a meme.
Yes.
Oh no.
Send your lewd fan art to Emery.
No.
Emery at hitthebooks.
The Grundle belongs to Those Natural Ones. That's canon.
Support us by tuning in. Every
Those Natural
Tuesday
Ones
at
measure
8:30
from the
p.m.
Grundle.
I swear to God. You can support us by tuning in every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Daylight, whatever the time is. at YouTube and on Twitch and eventually Kick and Trovo when we figure those out again. You can also interact with us on Facebook as well as X because we've got an account. We're still there. Threads, it's somewhat better. And Blue Sky, which is where everyone is at now. Go to Blue Sky and check us out. You can also interact with our very own Butch on Butch's blog on Tumblr.
On Tumblr. Tumblr's still there. It's still good. It's still weird.
It is definitely still all of those things, including there. It's still there.
Yeah, and it's not full of like weird bots. Ugh.
For now, cross your fingers.
We get our smut by choice on Tumblr. Join us.
That's how it works.
By choice. You can also, for all of our audio-only podcast listeners, find our episodes wherever podcasts are spread out into the universe. If you already have an Amazon Prime account, you can, using your free Amazon Prime sub, or Twitch Prime sub, subscribe to us on Twitch to help us out. If you're already paying Daddy Bezos, why not throw some of that money our way? It helps us out a ton. Do remember to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell for notifications so that way you never miss an episode, and make sure you hit all and not personalized. Sound off in the comments. Tell your friends. Any and all engagement helps us out a ton.
Indeed. Thank you for that, Emery. I believe that is just about it. So, Sam, it's your turn. What happened last week?
I know what happened last week. So most of the party took breakfast in Elric's mansion, where a very sad Elric, unbeknownst to the party, tortured himself with the magical image of a Misra in that attic we're not allowed to go into. I'm glad I didn't go in there. Anyways, Orpheus gifted Butch with a memento in remembrance of Darkwater, which was very touching. We made our way to the general, who said that we will need to ship out for the next offensive soon, but still had some time to tend to our affairs. Gwen made a commitment to talk with the Crimson Raven, whose name I won't say because it makes my phone activate, after our trip to Palmedon. The party went to Palmedon, and Elric exchanged the scroll he found in Amicer's shop for the one he had ordered. Lastly, we stopped at a bookstore for Orpheus. Things inevitably went sideways when Arnon attempted to walk out of the shop without paying for some books that he may or may not have had hidden. Blocked from our assistance, he was ported to Stygia before being allowed to return by the same shopkeep who sent him there in the first place. And then from there, we made our way via tree back to Castilatri. And I think Arnon went through the tree.
Yeah. I believe Arnon was with you as you all walked through the tree.
I don't know if inevitable is the right word there. Seems very,
Inevitable if Arnon
seemed very
opens his
evitable.
mouth.
Yeah, it was very evitable. All right. So as you all return into the now warmth of Castilatri, you make your way around town. And for the sake of expedience here, we know it's going to take about between 1 and 2 weeks to get the defenses up and running, get the buildings refurbished and fortified to the point where this is going to be a functional base of operations for the army in general and your impending encroachment across the lands of Conticaria. Let's get some music going real quick. So, in those 2 weeks, as different things are happening throughout the city, different buildings are being rebuilt, walls are being put up, barracks are being constructed, weapons are being procured and fixed, armors being fortified and renewed. During those 2 weeks, what is it specifically that the 6 of you would like to do?
Wingman for Butch. If needed.
Cool.
Paint a shell.
Fantastic.
I'm here for it.
I have a
Does Elric-
signature I need to get.
A signature you need to get?
Yeah, on the book that I actually made off with.
Oh, god damn it.
Remember, this is the one he gave me.
Yeah, that's the one he
it
gave
that-
you. He gave it away.
In a Selly book?
No, it's the
No,
the
that was the one that he caught me with.
the Angel Molina book.
Oh,
I didn't know he caught me because I tried to spill stuff off the shelves and drop them in there, but he beat my sleight of hand check.
Well,
If Elric has plans in relation to Strahd in any way, shape, or form, I'll say I'll follow along with those plans. If not, Orpheus is going to focus on reading all these books and trying to research our future enemies to see if he can garner anything.
all right. Orpheus, go ahead and roll me an investigation check as you are reading those books.
Sorry, my Beyond is taking a second here.
Oh, you're good.
I can't remember. Was there an orphanage that Arnon went to in this city, or was that not till Torchiv?
No, I believe that was more at Torchiv. This city, this was if you remember correctly, this was an old fishing village that was repurposed into a military encampment. So
He ordered the seal here, but he didn't go
Yes.
to.
The civilian population was few and far between here at the time. So I would not believe, at least at the time you've been here, there hasn't been an orphanage because there hasn't been a lot of like young civilians. Any orphans that would have been here were more or less conscripted into the military once they reached like later teen years.
Or there is that one aunt that took in her niece and nephew, but
Yeah.
That's a 15 on the investigation check.
All right, cool. Remember that for when we get to that information.
Okay.
Anybody else? What all are the rest of you doing?
so I've got like a few things. I'll wait till everyone else has done something.
All right, Butch. What about you?
Oh, well, Butch is preoccupied with a gigantic wall. He's going to be asking lots of questions about what are the enemy forces doing on the other side? How much of a threat do they pose? He's
Very
going to
good.
want to spend time patrolling the wall if they'll let him.
Easy enough. And
But-
you would know there are daily patrols being sent out to round up or dispatch of any existing enemy troops within like the immediate perimeter, and each day that perimeter gets slightly larger to the point where over the course of 2 weeks you can safely say that they've eliminated any and all troop movements within like probably between half a mile to a mile diameter around the city itself. And there is consistent forces marching outside, and the Genasi the Air Genasi airships are doing patrols as well.
I don't think he would probably pay attention to the wall he'd probably bounce off that after they turn him away after the first 3 or 4 days.
That's fair.
So unless there's a lot of cooking that needs done, he would like to see Roxy, but he also knows that this. How far away are we from the Dwarven army?
That is a good question. Probably a good 150 miles, roughly.
Okay. Well, Butch would naively ask, Ember if she wanted to go see the dwarves, since they're relatively close. And then it would be explained to him just how not close they are.
I mean, it would take me like 35 years to walk there.
Jesus.
They don't have trees there, Ember? Come on. Let me get us there.
I think you have to have seen the tree before.
Wait, where are the dwarves right now?
They're north of us, 150.
Yeah, they're about 150 miles like northwest. Hold on one second. I'm pulling the map up right now. If I can find the damn.
Could always get a ride with one of the Air Genasi or with Captain Sid.
It wasn't the house that she abandoned a tree?
That was up in Cocalia, though.
Yeah, that's not close.
Oh, yeah.
I was
So
over in Koala.
you guys are in Castilatri. They attacked Malone, and then they'd be closer to about 200 miles away, because they attacked Malone, and then we're going to continue on to Gentano, and that Gentano would be closer to about 250 miles away. So they
And that's
came
even further
in.
kilometers.
Yeah, they came in and then continued to move east or west.
Okay. So I imagine for the second week, Butch will wind up cooking and logging hours.
Okay, easy enough. Arnon, what are you doing?
I think Arnid would be volunteering to go on patrols to clean up the countryside of any stray enemy.
Easy enough.
Because he really wants to kill things.
And then Gwen would be asking if she could perch on his shoulder as a raccoon, claw out their eyes.
Okay,
She's just kind of tagging along wherever she can.
Fair enough.
that's cool.
Downtime with Rain, and then
Yeah. And
clawing eyes out.
over the course,
Having time of her life.
you guys go out with a few of the Genasi patrols, a couple times with Hymir and a few of the druids. You're able to dispatch quite a few patrols and quite a few Duragar soldiers over the course of the next 2 weeks. Ember.
Any squid boys?
Here and there, there's a few, but they're very few and far between, and they're very disorganized in a way that you have never seen, because that connection appears to be completely severed. And the ones that are left in the wild here are acting independent for the first time in their lives, without
It's like I got a
any
migraine.
without any connection to that hive mind, and it seems to basically throw them completely off their game.
The strain of having to think for themselves.
Ember, what are you doing over these 2 weeks?
I think because I'm not, as literate as Orpheus and I don't have any books, I'm probably going around being annoying, asking people questions about the people we're supposed to be going up against next so that I could get some knowledge instead of just being my normal mushy-brained self.
Fantastic. Roll me.
Oh yeah, Arnon will loan Orpheus the books he got earlier in the campaign about the Jinn and about the Abyss and all those ones that I got earlier in the campaign. I'll loan them to him.
All right.
No, he's got some reading to do now.
Do you have a book for him about how to measure from the Grundle?
God.
No, my books on the Grundle are all about maintenance.
All right. Very good. Elric, I think that leaves us to you.
Okay. So we're saying this is like roughly 2 weeks, maybe a little less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, over the course of 2 weeks, roughly.
Yeah. For that first week, going to be essentially using the spell Fabricate to help with reconstruction.
Fantastic.
That's what he does during the day. During the night, he's kind of alternating between torturing himself with recreating through major image Amisra as he remembers her, and recreating the scene that he received when he cast legend lore having to do with the Sunblade.
Fantastic.
Also recreated through major image.
Fantastic. And the second
That
week.
The second week.
You finally do spell research?
No.
Oh.
Elric is going to do 2 different, probably very dangerous and dumb things.
Love it.
The first of which
Are they twins?
is to go outside of the city or the town, maybe 500 feet outside of the town walls, and he's going to plant a bean.
Oh, shit. All right. You were going
Plant
to
a bean by
plant a
yourself?
bean.
Yep.
Hope you don't get a ziggurat.
After 1 minute, the bean sprouts. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
Oh, my favorite.
Is there one of each, or are they totally random? Because there were a couple that were used. There was like a pink elephant one.
They're totally random.
Okay. So there's no like set combination in the bag.
Nope.
42.
42.
All right.
Oh,
I need
I gotta
you.
roll a d6.
Oh, you already know. Yeah. Roll a D6.
Yep.
Oh, that's a lot. Give me a second. Hold on. I gotta find it here.
Yep.
What
Oh,
did you do, Ray?
Please remind our audience where you're at and who's around you, if anybody.
Nobody's around me. I am 500 feet away from the outer wall of the town.
so 500 feet around there, you plant this bean, and then all of a sudden, like after about a minute, you start seeing these what appear to be small mushrooms start sprouting. 2, 3,
Kind of figured.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 of these mushrooms start shrouding. And then
Gwen's gonna be sad, man.
right after they sprout, this. And you said you're about 50 feet away from the town?
500 feet.
Oh, 500 feet. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. All of a sudden, all of them start shrieking with this incredibly loud, like ear-piercing shriek that you all have heard one time before. And that was when somebody else stole a bean from you in the Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
You instantly cover your ears as these shrieking mushrooms are just like, you just feel the ringing happening in your ears, and it's almost impossible to think as these mushrooms are all just like from these unseen mouths just yelling at you.
And then I cast Fireball.
And they have literally 5 hit points. So, or no, they have literally 13 hit points each. So even at half damage, yeah, you would still kill all of them. Oh, you missed it. You missed it, Gwen.
What'd I miss?
He had some mushrooms for a second, and they all started yelling at him.
My favorite.
Like, you remember what happened to you in the Feywild?
Oh, I do. Still
Yeah.
have a mild tinnitus.
Same thing. And now Elric, after casting that fireball, yes, tinnitus definitely a thing.
Okay. That's one gone. And then a couple days later, Elric is going to, in the privacy of the magnificent mansion, draw one card.
One card.
What time of day is it? Would we be there elsewhere in the mansion?
Good question.
You'd
'Cause I feel like-
probably be there in the mansion.
Yeah, because I feel like we might know something if something crazy happens,
All right.
right? We might be made aware.
Tell me when.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
It's a song, right?
Ready?
Tell me when.
Yep.
Are
Tell
you
me why.
Are you ready?
Ah, it's close.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
ready now.
Tell me when.
When?
All right. That was this card right here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to put this right here. It's never going to leave camera. I feel like
Never gonna leave.
I feel like biblically accurate Chris Angel right now.
All those
I
eyes.
just,
ah.
I just watched that episode.
Hey, thanks whoever just subbed. I didn't see the name. Oh, the real Beck.
Left camera.
Oh, sorry.
Fraud!
Hey,
Fraud!
Lord,
Thanks,
above
Mr.
board.
Oh, we
Kinky
also
Raid
get-
for the raid.
I think
or-
that's
Did he prove
Mr.
that there's-
Keeney, not Mr.
Oh,
Kinky.
sorry, Mr.
But
Keeney.
we're not
Did
going to
he
get
prove
the.
there's nothing up his sleeve?
Hold
I
on,
prefer
gotta-
kinky.
I gotta find.
I mean, he might be Mr. Kinky if you play your cards right.
That's right.
Keep subbing like that,
it's not here.
and you will be Mr. Kinky.
Oh, dear Lord.
So,
Speaking
Oh,
of which, send your loot
oh,
art
oh.
to Emery at hitthebooksviz.com. Thank you.
You don't have to.
But
Nobody
you can
has to do
if
that.
you want to.
it hasn't left the screen. This is still the card that you picked.
Well,
Uh-huh.
Is it though?
All right, so
I know.
the card you pick. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. That's not. Hold
That's
on.
the wrong card. What do you mean that's the wrong card?
I
You
was-
never left the screen.
No, I was looking at the wrong description. Hold on.
Oh, I see.
I'll explain in a second. Hold on.
We're boned.
Ooh,
No, it's bad.
ooh, no.
And Elric drew the end of the campaign.
Yeah.
Let's go get his corpse, guys.
So
Rocks
the card that you drew, you see an image of a throne with a crown and a sword on it. You gain proficiency in the persuasion skill. And you double your proficiency bonus on checks made with that skill.
In persuasion.
Yes. In addition, you have this feeling in your head suddenly of ownership of something. There's a house somewhere out there that you own.
A tower, perhaps?
A small keep somewhere. However, it's not abandoned. You would have to find it and take it for yourself.
He's American. He's good at that.
There's a keep that is mine by right. I will claim it when the time is right.
Tis the season for,
season.
conquering lands.
Is that Manifest Destiny?
That's the word I was
Elric
looking
just
for.
got
Thank
the
you.
Manifest Destiny card.
Nice.
So,
It's my house now.
anything else, Elric, you would like to do over these next 2 weeks? You want to try your luck again? Perhaps.
Look at me. Look at me. This is my house.
I'm not gonna try drawing any more cards just yet. This was me testing out 2 different nuclear launch codes, basically.
You got lucky on both of them.
Yeah, I did. I got real lucky.
That could have
Go buy a
gone
lotto ticket.
horribly wrong.
I could have ended up with a mummy lord or a devil that just follows me until the end.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah, that's how I
That's-
spend the rest of my
okay.
downtime.
So, give me 2 seconds here. I have to. All right. Sorry, kids. All right. So, after that faithful encounter with the card, a day or two goes by before, at one point, you're out doing some fabrication or doing some fabrication, some mending, and working on that when this Conticarian soldier, just plain clothes like tunic with the Conticarian emblem, comes running up to you. Hey, Mr. Kinney. Hey, it's not Mr. Kinky, at least not currently. Thanks for the sub or the follow. Whichever one it was. Thanks.
Hey.
And thanks.
The night is young.
Thanks, the real Beckini. I didn't get to you a second ago. I apologize. I was trying to do biblically accurate Chris Angel. So, this Conticarian soldier comes walking up to you. Lord Elric, I believe. Yes?
Yes.
A package arrived for you. I was told to give this to you. And he hands you a small parcel. And on top of the parcel is a sealed letter. Give me 1 second here.
He said Lord Elric.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't think I've ever really been in depth with who my father is.
Who is your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
And what does he do?
No.
There. You should have a DM with a text file.
Okay.
Here, I was told to give you this. Thank you. And then he hands you the package with the letter. Letter with a black wax seal and the imprint of a spider.
Does he wait around for a tip?
No, he basically hands it to you and then buggers off.
Stunning.
Yet. I'm going to basically pull out. Well, before I do anything with this, I'm going to go to somewhere where I can sit down.
Easy enough to do. I mean, there's plenty of places to sit.
It's his house. He knows.
Yeah. I find a seat.
In the archery range.
Pull a small dagger to undo the signet ring seal.
I'd recommend sitting on your backside.
Okay.
And then I read it.
That was perfect timing there for that raw, right? You said, I read it.
Elric, it has been far too long since I last laid eyes upon you. Though your name has become a song carried by whispers even into the deepest halls of my dominion. Your deeds, your strength, your victories, they have reached me. And I am humbled by what you've become. The frailty I once saw in you was not weakness, but the seed of something far greater. For my blindness, my cruelty. I owe you an apology. But this letter is not simply a plea for forgiveness. It is an invitation. You have walked a path of unimaginable hardship, driven by purpose and the need to prove yourself. I know that road well, for I have walked it too. And though it has cost me much, it has granted me something more. A gift of understanding. A power that surpasses anything I could have dreamed. It has changed me, elevated me. And through that transformation, I now see clearly what I once failed to recognize. Your potential. Your strength is undeniable. Even our Lord has taken notice of you. While your efforts have caused ripples in his plans, he does not view you as an enemy. Quite the opposite. He sees in you the qualities of a true leader. One who could shape the world rather than be shaped by it. You are not meant to wander, striking out at the darkness alone. You are meant to command, to build, to rule. Together, we could achieve this. Together, we could bring about something magnificent.
How
Your
much did he
brother-
pay that guy to write that?
I'm assuming he wrote it and then enveloped it. Unless he is getting people to do his writing for him, which wouldn't put it past him. Your brother has walked this path with me, and I have seen in him the same fire I see in you. He's grown beyond what I thought possible, and I believe you could too. There are truths you do not yet know, truths that could reshape everything you believe about strength, purpose, loyalty. I cannot explain it all here. Words on a page cannot capture the enormity of what I offer. But if you have the courage to set aside the wounds of the past, to meet with me as kin and equals, I will show you the way. Come to me, my son. Let us speak face to face, and you will see for yourself the truth of what I offer. If you find it lacking, you may turn and walk away. I will not stop you. But if the fire in your heart burns as fiercely as mine, you will understand why I have reached out to you. The world trembles, not because of what we are, but because of what we could become. Do not let the past blind you, or bind you. Take the step that will change everything. For you, for us, for the future. Please accept these gifts, not only as a means of transport to my side, but as an offer of peace between us. I await your reply with great anticipation. Your father, General Rylan, Lord Protector of Koli, faithful servant and steward of our Lord's vision. Together with this letter are two objects. One is a spell scroll, which, when inspected, you will find is a scroll of teleport. A second object is a small statuette of a mounted knight on a rearing horse, blade pointed towards the sky. I unintentionally drop the letter in shock. And then I look at the spell scroll. Is it a scroll of teleport?
It is.
And the statuette of a mounted knight.
Make me an
I'm gonna
Arcana
cat-
check. Oh, wait. Yeah, what were you going to guess?
I was going to cast Identify.
Oh, sure. Cast Identify on this object. There's no magical essence of this object whatsoever. Make an Arcana check for me real quick.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
27.
With a 27, you, while never performing teleport before yourself, in your research knowing enough about teleport, this seems to be a trigger object. This was sent to you with that scroll as a linked object to get you where you needed to go. You can assume.
What time of day is it?
We would say it's probably around midday, roughly.
I would, if everyone's still here, I would call out to everyone and say, I have something to discuss with all of you.
It takes a little bit of time to find everyone between Gwen and Arnon being out doing patrols, Butch in the kitchen, Orpheus off reading, and Ember running around asking people about the people you're about to attack. But over the course of the next hour or two, you would be able to kind of rally everyone together.
I'm probably not in the kitchen of his mansion because I have to be studying under.
No, I meant the kitchen. He's not in the mansion right now. Just the
Okay,
kitchen of
alright.
like the keep or a tavern, local tavern. Something.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
I'm staying in the mansion every night. He's got it because my room's got like a purple colored mattress. It's just delightful.
It's
Yeah,
it's
as
like
long as
noon
we're-
right now, though.
Yeah, as long as we're in town, fortunately, since the spell itself lasts 24 hours,
Oh, fantastic.
basically just keeping that open. So I've received a letter
Wow.
from my father.
I like how Butch said wow before he said who it was from. He's like, you received a letter? Wow.
You can read?
That's serious business. Serious business.
I didn't know the post office still worked.
Well,
Do you?
Honestly,
Wonderful.
in an age of the sending spell, writing things by letter is kind of antiquated.
hey, it's got like a lot more than 25 words, man.
Yeah, it's true.
That's
The
fair.
first
That's
thing
entirely
that
fair.
touches my mind is how did he know where to find you?
He's at home.
I think we all know how the scry spell works.
Thought you could it's like fight that? No?
I mean, also remember that you guys just took an entire city.
That's true. Yeah. Thank you, disembodied voice of logic.
We are somewhat hard to miss.
Thought you didn't have I thought you had your own bout of daddy issues there, Elric. From one to another. Like, I'm not mocking you. I'm like, I've been there.
I thought when I had left the Underdark that I had put all of that behind me. Apparently, it won't be behind me until he's dead.
Damn.
Wait, are you saying we gotta take care of your dad?
I don't know if you've forgotten, but the Drow, with
Did you
him
show us the
as
letter?
one of their leaders,
Mm-hmm.
are allied with the Mind Flayers and the Dwergar that took this entire nation.
That's true.
Did you show us what came with the letter? Did you show us the letter? Did you just summarize it?
I'm summarizing right now.
Did you tell us what came with it?
He sent with it this scroll of teleport, and this to make sure I don't miss.
Oh,
Or
that
was that like one of them
was
forks?
nice of him.
With teleport, if you have an object that connects you to the intended location, you have a much higher chance of success at the
So it's
very
kind of like
least.
that fork we got for the Feywild and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
yes.
for Sigil.
Do you know where it goes? To him, maybe?
This
Most
feels like
likely.
a trap, Elric. Your father has to.
Oh.
Your father has to know that you're not going to be turned and suddenly ally yourself with his forces.
You know, I've been thinking about this all week. You know, people have mentioned putting a Mishra off until we're clear-headed, but I mean, we didn't do that. We didn't do that to Gwen. We didn't do that to. I mean, we don't have any idea what she's going through right now. I don't know if we should. If cooler heads is what we need to think about right now, I would think maybe releasing our compatriot from whatever she's going through right now would be highest on my list. What do you think, Elric?
I think saving her will mean very little if there's no prime material plane to come back to. Besides, when I do go after Strahd, I want no distractions.
But he's still a lieutenant, though. So I
He
think it's a
is.
step towards our end goal, but
He's also capable of casting spells of the 9th level. Spells we can barely contend with as is. We're not ready yet.
We do have Arnin's bindings.
do we have anything that, do we have any idea what she's going through right now? What we're leaving her to?
I feel like that's an important factor.
Have you tried sending to her? I don't know how that works when
I
a
don't think
person's
she's a
just
creature
soul.
anymore.
No.
She's bound to another item that kind of be like on another plane.
We should destroy the item, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
We don't know what we need to do with that item. I would sooner conduct a heist to make sure that if anything does need to be done with that blade, we do it from a position of strength.
I could commune.
You said one of my favorite words.
Strength?
find out what she knows about his sword.
Position.
Heist.
Ah,
Love the
you were
thought of
getting
stealing
kinky
something.
too.
Elric, make me a history check.
History check.
Never mind.
Clearly, my mind is on other things. Within 11.
Natural one.
This is something that I might know.
Did you read the letter or let them see the letter? Or did you just paraphrase it?
I paraphrased it.
Okay.
That I do offer it up for other people to look.
Okay.
I'll look at it.
Go ahead. If you look at the letter, go ahead and make me a history check. And I'm going to say go ahead and do it with advantage as everyone takes a look at the letter.
Oh, so that was so close to a 20.
All right. With a 22, Arnon, there's one thing that catches your eye, and that is the signature of the letter where he says, Lord Protectorate of Kali.
Kalima.
Kali, you remember from the maps, at one point was a small fishing village in Castilatri. I didn't mean everyone make the check. I just meant Arnon do it at advantage. Not everyone gets to do it at advantage.
I just thought it would be fun. I got a 2.
All right, so
At advantage?
Goes.
no.
No, I didn't roll advantage. I just rolled normally.
Kali, at one point, before you left, before you were abandoned in the Feywild and before the invasion, Kali was a small fishing village on the south of Conticaria. It was roughly about maybe 110 miles east by southeast of Castilatri, right on the other side of the peninsula. It was more or less the next stop on the Blitzkrieg. The general talked about splitting the army and sending half down to Cambulia and the other half out to Kali.
Kalima.
Literally can't not say it.
You betray Sheba.
Does Kali ring a bell to you, Arnon?
Yeah, that's where part of us was headed next, kind of. That city. Here.
Right.
So apparently your dad was given a position there, it seems. I can't help but, make the obvious jump that our Lord is Titivolus.
I take a look at I remember the wax seal. Either that or Lolth.
Is
Right now, I
Lolth
can't-
Do they refer
There's-
to Lolth as Lord or Lady?
Lolth would be lady.
Hmm. I was under the impression it was a her, so I just wanted to make sure. So
Yeah.
This says Lord.
Well, he's the Lord Protector.
No, faithful servant and steward of our Lord's vision. He's your father. Lord
Can I
Protector
roll
of Kali.
an
That's
in-
another title.
Can I roll an insight check to see if it feels like Elric is holding back information?
Sure.
Nope.
You have no idea.
Elric would never. Are you kidding?
That's the second one. We're on brand tonight, people. Hashtag the
Those
Grundle is
natural
ours.
ones.
Mhm.
Hashtag the... You're really, really owning the Grundle right now.
Mark our territory.
God damn it. So,
I know I've made jokes and slights about considering a mutiny because, you know. Then I just motioned to all of you. This might actually be a potential for a sneak attack.
I'm sure that the general or someone's got plans and such for Kali. We could actually plan something.
that is not on brand.
I mean, this is all you, Ulrich. This is your dad and your friend.
I don't think you truly understand. This isn't just this isn't just my dad. This isn't just a family matter.
No, I mean where we go next. That's what I mean. It's, I've already voiced my concerns about what Amistra's going through. I don't know anything about your relationship with your family. If he's Lord Protector of another city, I gotta assume he's another lieutenant, an enemy. And then I gotta wonder, are we gonna run into stuff to do with Lolth there?
Anything's possible. We need to be ready for anything.
So you lean in that we need to take care of Kali next?
Yes. We need to take Kali next.
Okay, remind me who Kali is. I've been thinking about questions to ask my deity.
That's the next city down the peninsula.
Oh, the city. Okay.
That's also where his dad just wrote from. Assumingly.
Oh,
His dad signed the letter, Lord Protector of Kali.
hmm.
Oh, he's not even a lieutenant, he's a general.
Yeah.
Maybe we should talk to the general and see if this is another coordinated thing, or since the army's headed that way anyway, or if we want to do a totally subversive intrusion.
We need to tell the general, of course.
Um,
And most likely, mount an assault.
Well, I'm pretty prepped for divination spells. If you would like me to ask any questions, gather any information about this particular venture or something. I was getting ready to ask a bunch of questions about Amisra, but
Scrying on General Rylan, I think is the first thing that we need to do.
do we have anything of his? Hers?
His.
Which, yeah, I think we got to put Amisra on hold and as Elric's call.
Was just going to ask questions about how to get a soul out of a sword. Nothing time sensitive per se.
Yeah, I got you.
So General Rylan,
Yes.
Subscribe for more recipes.
is there a D on the end of Ryland?
No.
Can I skip to the recipe?
Rylen.
Oh, okay. E-N.
Yes.
Ryland. Okay. We can do that. Can you draw a picture for me? Tell me a stirring tale.
He's pretty good at drawing.
Looks like I'm going to use those marvelous pigments once again.
Fantastic.
Or you could just use some
Or-
charcoal. Or some
Even
chalk on
better,
a slate. I don't know.
to give you an even better idea, I'm going to use
Major illusion.
Major Image.
Major image.
Major image.
So you cast it, Amisra appears for a moment, and then it changes to...
It definitely doesn't start as a Misra.
I don't know. It's whatever's on your mind.
It's a,
So you cast this image of your father. What the rest of you see is this dark elf, kind of grayish lavender skin, or grayish skin with just a hint of lavender.
he's. You can tell the purple in him
Yeah.
that I didn't get.
The
Is it
long,
like the purple in my hair?
yeah, long
Yes.
white hair.
Cool.
See chiseled cheekbones, high cheekbones with grayish silver stubble, chin strapped stubble. These fancy, like royal, regal attire. Almost like pauldrons with the tassels hanging down on both sides, both shoulders, rings adorning almost every finger, a large emblem hanging on a chain around his neck, strong features. I'll go ahead and throw this image into the fan server.
Cool.
Yeah, guys. Base level on our Patreon, you get access to our Discord server. You can see this stuff while we're streaming.
Oh, dang.
Oh my god. That looks
Um,
like
Pretty detailed drawing.
It's
It's a major
illusion.
image. It's an illusion.
he looks like
Straight out of his brain.
Steve Carell?
that,
3D.
no, the actor that plays Davy Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Bill
Bill
Nye?
Nye.
Yeah. He's got a distinctive look to him.
All right, so we've got a picture.
I was I was thinking it looked like almost like Steve Carell as a drow there for a second.
Yeah.
We
I see
have
that too.
Like a super hollowed out Steve Carell.
Yeah.
all right. So if, for his savings throw,
What are you
We
doing?
have, well, the scrying, he gets
Oh,
a roll
okay.
to save,
Yeah.
and the image helps reduce that. I've never met the target, so he's got a +5. However, I have a likeness or pictures, that's a -2. I also have his son.
Yep.
I'm going to take Elric by the hand.
Is
Well,
the
I'm
son,
casting this.
wait?
I have his son. I'm not sure if that counts as a possession. However,
Definitely not.
Yeah, not
He
That's
is-
definitely not how that works.
he is half his father.
No,
That'd be a really awkward way to find out he's not your dad.
Look, Butch, this is magic. Magic has its own rules, and
That's-
they're not always in the book.
That's fine. You
Sometimes they're up to the DM.
Butch can assist or can believe that's how it's gonna work.
I mean, imagine using him to try to find his dad and then ending up with some guy named Carl who works at a bookshop.
Be hilarious.
I definitely read that that's how this worked. Just blog.
All right, so you go ahead and cast scrying.
I'm just saying, I've got his
Definitely do
And
not
that
take my
is-
hand.
son. Okay.
So
Not in a
negative
ret kind of way.
negative
You can-
5.
Grab my
No, he
shoulder
has a
if you
bonus
must.
of 5.
Right. So
-2. So he has a bonus of 3.
+3. Okay, and that is
I guess having his family member here doesn't
a
matter.
wisdom save. So that is a wisdom save +3. That is a 30.
Yeah, that tracks.
So, Crystal saying ask again later.
Naturally.
Yeah, it's worth a try.
In either case, the general needs to know. They need to know.
I could ask my goddess if she can see him on the surface, or I could ask her if she sees him below the surface. I don't know. Just thought.
While you're working that out,
I'll take that as a
Go-
yes.
Gwen or Ember, I could do with some assistance making sure I get these scrolls in my book.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit!
guidance.
Yeah, you still have a bunch of scrolls you need to. And
Yep.
we can say that the other ones you did throughout the week as well. You don't have to do you don't need to say that you're doing all of them right now, but you can do
Right.
the other. So go ahead.
Do
What?
this newest one for right now.
Yes, and we'll say that. I mean, it's almost impossible for you to fail. So, say how many scrolls did you have? You had 3, right, or 2?
4.
You had 4. Well, including.
Yeah.
Because you had control
Those,
wind.
Control winds,
Scrying,
otherworldly guys,
otherworldly
scrying,
guys,
and
that's the
force
one.
cage.
I forgot about otherworldly guys. All right, so
Yep.
go ahead and roll. We're gonna go. We're gonna go from top to bottom, and basically the only way you can fail with all your modifiers is if you roll a natural 1. So I'm just gonna have you just roll straight d20s. And we're just going to go straight from top to the bottom. So first one, roll a d20 for control wins.
Okay.
As long as you don't roll a 1, you're good.
Control
Stop saying the thing.
All right. Control wins is good. Scrying. Roll another d20.
Okay.
You're good.
Oh my god! It rolled up on it.
I
Didn't
know. Force cage.
Cage.
I can't even see what that is.
6.
It's a 6.
All right, you're good. That dice is terrible.
Not easy on the eyes, that one.
And finally, otherworldly gaze.
Okay.
I'm gonna laugh if this one you roll a 1 on. This is the one that you wanted.
This would be the one where I definitely cast skill empowerment before I
Alright.
try it.
Okay, so you have
He's
a
got guidance too.
Advantage.
that's not gonna help with a natural 1. So you have advantage. So roll 2d20, keep highest.
Okay. Each.
Double 1s. No, double 18s. Nice. Good. All right.
Cool.
Finally, if you would like to go ahead and do teleport now.
Yep. Let's
Keep that
one
up,
more.
man. Do that skill empowerment again.
Yep, you're good. Teleport.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Nailed it.
All right, so you have all of those transcribed into your spell book.
Just put those in here.
Anybody else like flummox at the 4 of those 5 rolls were single digit rolls?
Yep.
That's abysmal.
He started off with witch's mind flayers, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell, but sweating definitely happened.
3 is mind flayers.
3 is mind flayers.
Okay, let's just a second here.
Arna, is there anything you want to ask me, Moombo?
Well, immediately, I think it sounds like we're going to Kali. So maybe, like, what we should expect there
Yes
is
or no questions. So,
is Lolth present?
ah,
Did you have a good day? I mean, start off with you got to do small talk first, you know, so it doesn't seem like it's using her.
Gotta really butter them up before you ask the, military intel.
Ask her if she knows any good orphanages.
the answer's going to be yes. It's going to be yes.
I feel that's a really good icebreaker.
Oh, yeah. Everybody wants to hear your
My
your
background
go-to,
filter
isn't
is
it?
killing me tonight.
It's not great.
It did just there.
Yeah, I can see the highlighting go.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
All right.
That's
so-
why I don't do Arnin's voice anymore, because if I do Scott's voice, it usually comes through, but Arnin's voice always drops off.
So I've got my questions.
Okay, so you're casting
Doing the
Divination?
prayer, doing the thing. Commune.
Commune. Okay.
Oh, I have to actually cast the spell. Oh my gosh. Does it make a noise? Don't know.
Yeah. So as you cast Commune,
That's cool.
the world around you fades into this kind of just past twilight look, and you look out around you and you see the reflection like you're standing in like an almost like a mirror pool of just like an inch or two of liquid, and you see stars, and then the reflection of the stars in front of you in the pool below, to a point where it almost creates this like unending void around you, where if you didn't see the slight ripples in the water at your feet, you would swear that you were standing in the middle of just a starry expanse. One pinpoint light ahead of you glows slightly brighter and comes closer as this moon appears to a point where it feels like you could almost reach out and touch it.
Mystic Seer, my goddess, we are likely to journey to Kali to confront Elric's father, General Rylan. Can you see Elric's father, General Rylan, in Kali?
The moon itself kind of spins. It begins spinning from full moon to crescent to new moon over and over and over again before landing on... Well, let's check something real quick. Hold on 1 second for me. Is there a... It finally lands on a full moon, which you know from your previous divinations to be a positive answer.
Signs
Yes.
point to yes.
All signs point to yes.
Thank you, Mystic Seer. Does he have more than 6 personal guards?
Another yes.
Lunar Lady, I ask this in all humility, and I mean you no offense. Is Lolth in Kali?
Takes a second before the moon turns slowly to an almost non-existent image.
Can you see if Lolth is in Kali? I worded that poorly. Okay.
Is that 3 questions?
Yeah, that was 3 questions, and the third one was a no answer?
Was a no, basically.
Okay.
No, Lolth is not in Kali.
Mystic Seer, I remain your humble servant, and I thank you for every day and every breath.
And with that, slowly your vision returns back to wherever you were when you cast this.
The archery range. No.
And
not.
as your vision returns, we are going to go ahead and take our break. So give us about 10 minutes and we will be right back to see what happens next. Stick with us. And we are mostly back. Unfortunately, Cassandra was feeling a little ill, so she had to drop, but we shall continue. So, what are you all
She's
doing?
villain, we're villain.
Having copied that scroll,
Are we done communing? I kind of stepped away, so I don't.
Yes.
Okay. Should we talk to the general?
yes, let's do that.
So you walk up towards the keep, and at this point, the keep itself, the lower levels have been refurbished enough to the point where They still haven't moved in because the upper levels, especially where the war room is, are still missing. So there is still that tent in the main courtyard. That's kind of the makeshift war room. You walk up and you see the general as well as Meirun and Ragnar and what's his name? Commander Lucian. A few others, including Casil, all standing there kind of over a table with a map of Conticaria, kind of going over battle strategies and where their next movements are going to be, and kind of figuring out ways of the best ways to separate the troops on their two-pronged attack. As you all walk up, she kind of looks up and she's like, welcome. What can I do for you?
I believe I have our next destination.
Oh. Okay, let's hear it. What's your thoughts?
Goli.
Ah, yes, that is where we were. One of the two places we were looking. What spiked your interest, or piqued your interest in Coley?
General Rylan.
Yes, he is the, from what we heard, he is, yes, he is the drow. What do you know about Coley?
I know that is where that general is currently located.
A few things you must learn about Coley. When you all left, before the invasion, Coley was a small little fishing village. After the invasion happened, the drow forces under this General Rylan and his lieutenants not only took the city, but reinforced it, rebuilt it, and instead of a small little fishing village, it is now a pretty substantial city. Probably roughly about 13,000 drow, last time we checked.
I think Elric's information is far more enlightened.
By all means, any information you have would be greatly appreciated.
General Rylan is my father.
A little like some murmurs in the crowd along. Well, that kind of complicates things a little bit.
It might for you. It simplifies things for me.
I guess that's good to know. What is your plan?
Much like we did when we broke ground here, I'm proposing a sneak attack. With us as decoys.
And how would you provide such a decoy?
My father is interested in talking to me. Be it for the sake of setting a trap for myself and my team, or for the sake of a genuine heart-to-heart.
Sure.
If he has eyes on me, that could give our forces just the advantage they need to get into position and mount an assault.
Do we have protections in this room, General? In case there are eyes on him.
We do have a few glyphs currently activated. Protection glyphs to help with divinations, yes.
I'm glad you thought of that, because I didn't.
So,
We could,
you said your father has gotten a hold of you to try and... What exactly does he want?
He wants me to join forces with him. Or at least that's what he claimed in a letter to me.
A letter. Do you have this letter?
Gwen ate it.
Yeah.
Again with the eating
I
of the
can
letters?
if you want. I didn't, but I could if you
I-
wanted.
Brandish the letter.
I eat it.
She takes the letter.
Fireball.
She takes the letter and takes a moment to read over it. I was like, interesting. And you are suggesting that we use this olive branch as it is as a means of distraction?
Yes.
What are you proposing exactly?
I'm going to have a word with him using the sending spell. Once I commune with him and set up a time and place to talk to each other, I'll relay that information to you. And from there, any mages that you have that are capable of scrying on us can get a better read of the layout and the best position of ingress.
Oh, I thought you wanted to coordinate attack with our meeting.
That is what I'm doing. That is what
Okay.
I'm proposing.
Okay.
We wouldn't teleport there until our forces were well within position to launch the assault. The forces get into position. We have that meeting. While that meeting is happening, our forces attack from the outside, and we take care of the general inside.
But
It is-
if we're being watched, won't they watch us approach? Like, maybe we should teleport in while the troops should teleport in while they don't see us marching. That's what I was assuming.
Do you know of a
The teleport
mass,
spell has limits.
mass teleportation ability?
yeah,
Do you know of anywhere like the caves that we sent half of the army in for here? Near Coley?
Here, Coley, I am not familiar with... Well, let's do... Hold on one second here.
Sorry, the void is consuming me.
I'm...
I thought you were just petting your mic. Like I couldn't even see the cat.
Why does he keep
just-
stroking his mic?
Coley is... Coley is a...
Not gonna yuck the yum.
That whole area is more flat. Holy crap, Fredzilla, thanks for the resub. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, Fred.
He got a special message from the general.
He did. Anyway, the
Help
general...
the accent.
The Coley is positioned more in like more of a plains type topography. There's very few, if any, caves, none of which I am aware of, and definitely none that would be large enough to hold any substantial amount of troops. They are, however, still a coastal city, so it is possible that we could send forces by ship, but then we run into the same issue of landing, which could pose an issue.
Maybe if we just keep us away from your preparations.
That might be a good idea. He may be more interested in you and your group. I would imagine that they have some sort of intelligence looking after an enemy force, but it is possible that the majority of their focus will be on you. Either way, it's if we have a few different options. It is probably about a 3-day march to Koli for the forces. However, we still do have the sky ships available as well. The Air Genasi sky ships are available. We could potentially launch a quicker assault if we utilize those.
Another howl jump.
It is possible. Are you suggesting
Worth
you take?
considering.
Are you suggesting you take him up on his offer though, and just go into meet him?
The idea was to agree to a meeting, and then when he least expects it, strike.
I can only assume that this meeting place he is attempting to get you to transport to is more than likely deep within Koli in his own territory. Perhaps the citadel of Koli or someplace like that. Someplace that he was going to be well protected and deep within enemy forces.
You're most likely right about that.
Did somebody ask if we had a mass teleportation spell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I have plane shift. And we have a tuning fork for sigil. If we were to need to make a quick exodus.
How many people can you plane shift though?
Oh, just 8.
Okay. Yeah, they were talking more like transporting the entirety,
Troops.
like the troop.
Oh, sorry, might be.
No big deal.
I was thinking mass more than one. That is. It's new. It's new magic for me. I'm sorry.
However, that may be a decent option if you do get yourself stuck into that position where if you do take this meeting, you do find your way behind enemy lines and you do become trapped. Having that as an escape would be a good idea. Yes, Butch.
Nick, I'm going to go ahead and cast my word of recall to make it official that I've set up the small shrine in Castilatri.
Okay. That's a good
as
idea.
My return spot for the word of recall.
Fantastic.
Doing it officially, using my actual spell slot. So it's official.
So a few options. It would be, and clearly, I say this with the knowledge that you do have multiple ways to get out. The ability to get first-hand intel that deep inside of Koli, as well as that a face-to-face interaction with one of the generals, one of the people who is ruling over this land, and his immediate forces could potentially be invaluable. I would never order you all into such a potentially suicidal mission. However, I will say that there could potentially be a war-altering intel that could be gleaned from such a thing.
I mean, we could just have brunch with him. Our brunches go really well.
Yes,
all the time.
I am aware of how well your brunch is. At least the person who liked to steal my shit isn't with you anymore. I fucking knew that she was going to go bad from the second she stole my goddamn goblet.
If stealing a goblet is a sign of being destined to be evil, I gotta go.
Arnon recently stole a children's book.
I didn't steal anything.
He went to hell.
I was given this book,
Literally.
and it's now signed by that lizard wizard. Thank you.
That's not the book he stole.
No, that's the one that they gave me. I didn't steal anything.
Right. You just went to Stygia for no reason.
That was fucking crazy.
Yeah. What a quinky dink.
I have no
least I
idea
had-
what you all are talking about, but
At least I had you there to back me up, man.
Yeah, no worries. I'm
I've-
right there for you,
I have
bro.
no idea what you all are talking about. However,
There's a really dickish bookkeeper in
Palmedon,
Yeah, another drow.
Palmedon.
Another drow
City.
type. Eh.
well,
I bet he knows Elric's dad.
You know who he does know is Vecna.
Oh, Elric.
that name seems to be coming up an awful lot lately.
Yes, it does.
The drought.
We got
Goddess who
a
should
party
not
of 8,
be-
Nick.
Oh shit!
Another
Quest
raid.
accepted. D&D rated us with 8. Thanks, guys.
Nice.
Hello.
You missed the deck of many things pool earlier today, where
It wasn't any fun.
And a
It was
magical bean.
fine.
but that's all
It
right.
was he pulled the card
Back
of
to back.
Manifest Destiny.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. So, is that the plan then? What should we await your meeting, or should we rally the forces and head?
I'm thinking if they're scrying on us, we keep doing the same thing we've been doing.
Matt Vox, thanks for the follow. The same thing you've been doing. You've been dicking around for 2 weeks.
I've been cleaning up drow.
Yes, and you've been dicking
mind
around for
flayers,
2 weeks.
And I have been giving a raccoon a ride.
The plan.
I mean, we can sit around and dick around for as long as we want, but that's not going to get our country back.
How is killing enemies dicking around, General?
In either case.
plan
Are you wearing
We
those
should
socks again?
is we're going to go there.
You don't have any idea what socks I wear.
Yes,
General
Ulrich.
Arnon. The plan is tomorrow
Tomorrow.
we go there. While we're doing so, prepare to mount an assault.
All right, we can send ships. I guess we're using the airships if you're doing it tomorrow. If we send a strike force by airship, they should be able to get there in a matter of probably a few hours.
Do you want us to send to him first before we make the plans?
I'm going to send to him tonight. We're going to teleport tomorrow. And then, based on our intel, an air assault is going to happen.
We still have a few of our druids available to, or of Heimir's druids available to open up a few trees around there. So if we can get the first assault wave via airship in to the vicinity, and as long as there are viable trees in the vicinity, we should be able to open up a few portals and transport a larger number via the trees from here to continue the assault at that point. But first, you must send your message, set your time, and distract them.
In either case, once we leave this room, we probably shouldn't discuss anything related to this mission.
I agree. Completely.
I'll just stick around today.
That sounds like a fantastic idea. Do what you do best.
Wonderful.
Can I steal her goblet?
I
feel it.
swear to
I feel like the general and Arnon are somehow related. They bicker so naturally.
It's just sexual tension.
Somebody fucking kill me.
So,
All right, Nick.
Elric.
Once. Oh, okay.
Oh no, what were you-
Raiders that don't know, that's my brother DMing.
Yes, exactly. Butch, what were you saying?
Oh, all right. So clairvoyance has a range of 1 mile.
Yes.
So I like to use it to see what kind of socks Arden's wearing.
Oh shit!
of a
Get
bitch.
out of here.
Same
I
kind
thought this
of-
was going to be something important. All right.
Same kind of the gloves that I wear.
We got that mile-long
So
range.
All right. Elric, so you leave to do your sending.
Yes.
What exactly are you saying?
Oh, bud.
It's been a long time, Father. How humble of you to message me now, of all times. I am amenable to meeting up with you.
One more
But
word.
not-
But, and you're out.
Fuck.
A moment goes past before you hear back. Elric, still learning how spells work. I look forward to our meeting.
Cold-blooded.
Please feel free to bring your friends. We have much to discuss.
He got chastised. It's for his casting.
Foolish child.
I'm going to send one more time and just say, where and when?
Hopefully he says tomorrow.
You can use that item I sent to come directly to my study. Whenever is convenient for you, I will be waiting.
So
Sorry,
as I
I'll be
received
back.
that last bit of that message, in whatever study or what have you that I'm holding this sending in, like this is the first time Elric actively like lashes out uncontrollably and just like basically destroys a room.
He cast fireball.
Multiple times, probably.
Without casting fireball.
Ah, shit. So it's just like a break room.
Thing's probably broken.
So, is there anything else any of you wanted to accomplish this evening, or should we fast forward to when you are leaving?
I'm just going to dick around.
Okay.
Naturally.
The night comes. You all find your rest,
Dick,
probably
dick.
probably inside of the mansion. The next day,
Is that?
the next day comes. You see the airships off in the distance, one by one, being loaded with soldiers, taking off towards the west. The general. Or a note comes to you all to meet the general in the tent. As you all approach, it's best to do our final bit of talk inside here while the sigils are still up. The forces are on their way. The last ships are leaving now. They will hold just outside of line of sight, just past the horizon, until you give the word. Captain Sid is leading the assault, so send Captain Sid a message when you are ready for the assault to begin. Or at least, probably give him about
Blow
half an
something
hour.
up.
Yeah. Probably give him about at least probably 10 minutes or so to get into position. They got to stay where the city proper will not see them. But they will be ready for you.
Guys,
It will-
make sure you do your long rest.
Probably make sure you do your long rest in Foundry. It'll probably take him about 4 hours to get there, so you have 4 hours at minimum that you have to waste.
Right.
Good luck.
Sure, I can dick around for 4 hours.
Don't do anything stupid.
Never again.
So
This whole thing feels pretty stupid, I gotta be honest.
there's stupid, and then there's stupid. This might be calculatedly stupid.
Stupid
I
as
sure
stupid
hope you're right.
is.
So, as the next few hours go or pass, and you all kind of solidify yourselves to this plan, is there anything else that you want to do to prepare before you teleport?
Right
I would
before
say,
we
well-
teleport, I'm gonna cast Alacrity on my.
Okay.
That's all I'm doing.
I'd say while we're still in the tent with the protected from view, I'd ask Elric if he can give us any insight in the strategy if we do get into a brawl with these drow on the other side, or anything they may be allied with.
Their allies are almost literally everything that you've seen before. There might be bugs, very, very large bugs. There might be Dwergard. There might be mind flayers, though they're more likely less effective now. But more than anything,
Still got
there's
beaks,
going-
don't they? Go ahead. Sorry.
More than anything, there's going to be more drow. His retinue is going to be very strong, and if my father is as practiced in the ways of magic as I think he is, if anyone has any way of warding off offensive magic, prepare it now. Also, Intellect Fortress might still be your best friend.
The things that I have that protect me, Elric, are only gonna last 10 minutes. So if he like monologues, I'm fucked. I just have this distinct feeling he's gonna monologue.
I have no idea why you think that.
Oh, I don't know. It's weird. It just got a vibe.
So, is it time?
I think it's time.
As you all group up, explain to me what it looks like the first time you cast teleport.
Counterspell.
Like fucking roll, bitch. Teleport, as Elric casts it, is a red circle that spreads out immediately from him, as it does a very Doctor Strange like circle of runic symbols and sigils kind of free floating an inch off the ground, kind of spread out from him. And as he looks to his teammates, within that circle, another smaller circle appears underneath the feet of every person that Elric is planning on taking with him. All of this is growing a very deep crimson, which is a strange lighting effect to do in the middle of the day. And air is kind of like flying up and around, and everyone just kind of blink collapses. Looks like a Nightcrawler-esque teleport.
Yes, do your long rest, Perry.
Thank you.
So, you all blink out, and instantly you go from standing where you were before to seeing yourselves in this new building. You find yourselves in an interior room, very well lit for the late morning, early afternoon. Give me a second here. Where are you?
And
Hold on 2 seconds. I gotta pull everybody onto. Oh, get out of here. Oh shit. Sorry, I just canceled that. My bad.
no worries.
I accidentally hit the button.
Yeah.
I was pulling you guys out onto the new map, and it popped up right where I was dropping somebody, and I accidentally clicked off.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, that's on the board now.
All right. So, that's from your gloves. You find yourself instantly in this very fine-looking study or library. Wooden floors and green carpet throughout. You see, actually, everyone, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Perception.
I'm not having you roll because you have the linking object with you.
Oh, okay. So everybody else do it.
Well, no. I mean, I'm not making you roll for the teleport.
Oh,
When you
yeah.
cast teleport, you're supposed to roll a D100, but you have a linking object, so it's literally roll 1 to 100. It doesn't
My
matter.
eyes are kind of open. Amazing.
Nice.
Arnon
natural 20.
with a natural 20 for a 31. Gwen with a 24. Butch with a 17. Orpheus with a 14. And Elric with a 12. You find yourselves in this room. You're looking up. You see on one side, the wall there's a large map of the continents, specifically of Castilatri and the lower parts of Shan and Cocalia. On either side of that, two large floor-to-ceiling windows, doorways below that raise up probably glass doors, probably 8-9 feet tall, and then just glass windows above, raising all the way up to the probably 15-20 foot ceilings above you. Two walls on either side, flanked by glass-cased bookshelves. A few desks here and there. Behind you, you see the room itself raises up. There's two kind of arched stairways on either side, and then a central stairway that goes up probably about 5 steps to a platform, and then up an additional 5 steps to a higher platform where the large wooden double door is closed. You see portraits and images on flanking that door. in between those arched stairwells and that center stairwell, you see posed two large statues identical to the one in your hand of knights on horseback rearing with the horses rearing back, their swords raised to the sky. Go ahead and activate this scene for everyone. Oh, wait, I think I gotta turn off the lighting. Oh, no, it's already off. So, can you all see the scene?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Arnon with a 31 and Gwen with a 24. There's two things that you notice. One, as you're looking around in this room, this study, this library, the first thing that you two notice is in the back where the wall with the map and the two doors, the one on the left seems to be quite a bit of plant life growing around it. Almost fungal, like this creeping, not necessarily fungal, more like almost like a lichen or a mossy, with slight.
Don't tease me like that.
I mean, there's a slight fungal feel to it, but it's more of almost like a mossy, greenish that kind of attaches all around and grows up through there. And you do see
Is it
specks.
reminiscent of anything from Menzo Baronzon?
No. Another thing you notice is it's not depicted here, but on the dais under the map, you see a glass case, kind of waist high with a slightly angled top and a glass case top that is shut and appears to be latched, and you can tell it's very thick glass. Inside, as you're looking around, you see one book, and next to it, on this felt, this kind of green felt that matches the carpet around here, that lines the inside of this glass case, you see on the right side there is a book, a black leather-bound tome, large tome. Oddly enough, what appears to be a tongue nailed to the cover of this book. To the left, most people wouldn't see it, but you rolled ridiculously high, and you notice it's not what you see, it's what you don't. Well, kind of what you see, but also what you don't see. You see that the felt is darker in one spot that seems to be about the same size as a book, almost as if that piece of felt hasn't been faded from the light, like something was sitting there and is now gone. Arnon, something that you see with a natural fucking 20 and a 31. That doorway, the one that's covered in like the lichen and everything, you see a shimmer in the doorway itself, and past it almost a starry expanse that's just barely visible. Most people would look right through it and see the outside just like they do on the right side door. But because of the fact that your perception was so high, you see just like almost like a whisper of a dream of an image there. As you all are looking around, you're in this room for maybe 5 minutes, if that, before Arnon and Gwen first, from back past the double door, you start hearing the sounds of footfalls, of marching feet, very rhythmic. And as the door opens, you see 8 individuals walk through, fully armored. 6 of which look like regular foot soldiers in chainmail, holding with short swords, drawn, shields at the ready, not aggressive, but making their presence known. They walk in and flank you all as you surround yourselves in the center of this room.
So in the 5 minutes we were alone,
Yes.
I would just tell everybody there's something about that left door. And then I would whisper to Gwen, make sure you look where people don't look. And where no one's looking.
God damn it. These 6
Look for what's not there.
These 6 individuals kind of form a perimeter around you as these 2 other ones that seem to be more higher ranked, one of which in these kind of more intricate chainmail armor of green and gold, with this collar that comes up over the top of, or the bottom half of their face, and this intricate, like spider-like embossing gold thread that covers this this mask and upper collar, come up and stand
Tentacles under there.
right there, as well as this other in full plate mail, helmet adorned over his face to the point where you can barely see the eyes and the eyes in the central nose and mouth. However, walks around and stands at the foot of the dais right there. Elric, you recognize this individual. Just barely.
Hello, brother.
Without a word, he stands. One hand on the... come on. One hand on the sheathed longsword handle, looking past all of you. And it is at this moment that the final figure emerges from the right-hand door from the outside, walking up a few stairs, as Rylan appears. Elric, I'm glad you decided to take my offer. As he walks
Welcome to my home.
in and kind of moves up towards that dais up there. I was not expecting you to bring your friends, but I'm glad that you did. Perhaps we can have a candid conversation now.
Wait, did he say brother to the one by Dad or the
Yes.
one with the face covered?
The one next to Dad.
Okay.
You want a candid conversation? Let's have one.
And he kind of, while he's talking, he kind of wanders, kind of left and right on the dais, looking up at the map, looking back towards all of you. It's like, now, we word of your exploits and your team's victories have come to my ears over the years. I have kept watch on the goings-on of your group. However, you were gone for quite a while, and to be honest, we thought that you had not survived one of your trials. Needless to say, my lord was pleased in that time, as you all have become a consistent thorn in his side.
and were nothing if not consistent.
But when Castilatri was taken back, we assumed it could only mean one thing. That your troop had returned to the board. I had a communion.
Did you?
He spoke to me about the fact that maybe we were going about this the wrong way. Instead of trying to wipe out your group, perhaps it would be more beneficial to see if there was something that we could offer you. You may have been able to dispatch of Petra, of the dragon, of the coven and the hand. You even thought you defeated Strahd at one point. However, those were nothing in comparison to what waits you ahead. In the time you have been gone, new forces have arisen, and those of us who showed our loyalty, he has granted with boons to grow our power. Regardless of our history, as I've stated in my letter, you have shown great fortitude despite your despite the shortcomings that you were born with. And the rest of your group, as he looks across to each one of you individually, this ragtag team of who knows what, has shown that you, more often than not, tend to fall into victory. As I do not believe planning is your strong suit. Tell me, because victory, while it might seem for you right now to be inevitable, I can guarantee you that you are about to face forces that you have not even imagined. So tell me, what is it you all desire? What is it that I can offer you to remove you from this board?
After all this, you choose now to ask me what I want.
You know how our people work. You have no power if you show weakness. You have proven your strength, so therefore you have gained the right to treat.
Arden leans over to Gwen and says, "Who the fuck is Petra?"
I think it was the ghost bitch.
The ghost shit. Petra.
That's what. Yeah.
Stupid.
That Arden just hears in his head, I already hate this fucking guy.
How humble.
He hears, I'll
You
hold
must
him,
be.
you stab.
To watch so many generals fall before you, to now seek us out directly. I forget. What stage of grief is bargaining again?
Above board, because I can't recall. If I use the sending stone to talk to Sid, do I have to say the words out loud? Or
No,
can I just
only
think
Butch has to do that.
No, you don't. You can just think it.
Okay.
You should be well aware of the stages of grief right now, my son. So why don't you answer your own question for me? As I know you have lost much in recent days. Or are you still stuck on anger?
This guy whines and dines like me. Did he freeze?
Oh shit, yeah, he did. I totally thought.
Oh,
God damn it.
oh no.
Oh my god, I thought
I thought he was thinking that whole
Yeah,
time.
I did too. I thought it was the epic, like long pause, but no, it's the
Dramatic
epic.
pause.
He just broke a breaker, I think.
That
Oh,
is.
no.
Oh,
no.
oh my
Oh,
god!
here he
Here
comes.
he comes!
Okay.
It was not a thespian pause.
No, that was not a thespian pause. That was a Discord pause.
And I'm back.
That was,
Did you
that was
hear?
incredible theatrics.
It was that your camera's still off, but
Having connection issues.
okay. Perfect timing for that too.
Perfect timing, naturally.
Yeah. Perfect timing. We definitely were not in the middle of an epic conversation between you
Yes.
and your father.
An epic series of disses. Did you hear him basically say, "How's your girlfriend?"
Yeah, more or less.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
I caught every bit of that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Hang-
Bear with us, those natural ones. Hey, if you become a Patreon and you subscribe to us on Twitch and you subscribe to us on YouTube and like help us gain more money, we can do more of these in person. So this won't happen. So yeah,
in person's way better.
Which
Yeah.
would be nice.
Yeah.
You know, go ahead and do all those things. Patreon.com/those natural ones, YouTube.com/@those natural ones, and Twitch.tv/those natural ones. Follow us on all. Subscribe to us on all. You know, lowest Patreon is less than $1 an episode. So
If you were a Patreon member at a certain level, you'd already know what the Horky Porky is.
that's right. You would know what the Horky Porky is.
Or
Yeah.
The rest of you have to find
Coming
out on
soon.
Friday.
Yeah, you have to wait until Friday to figure out what's up with the. Oh my God, this background filter.
Again, if you
again with
subscribe to us on Patreon, you can help us fix Arnin's background filter.
That was the perfect cutout point, though, where you were like, you'll find out about that.
Yeah. Still having camera issues there, Elric?
Sound is not my friend. Whether it's
Okay.
my
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
hold on.
Okay.
Oh wait. That's because I forgot to turn my
Ayo.
camera on.
There
I
we
should
go.
probably do that.
All right. So he basically just said, "Are you still stuck in anger?"
Anger.
Speaking of the stages of grief, are you still stuck in anger?
Oh, I've been stuck in anger for a very long time.
What do you think you will accomplish here? You think you've won battles? That you've shattered my lord's plan? You've only played into his hand. Every swing of your blade, every spell you unleash has been part of the design, of his design. And yet I wanted to save you. I want to spare you the pain of what is to come. Is there still hope?
Design.
Is there still hope for you to ascend beyond this pathetic existence?
You know, for someone who invited their estranged son back into his home after so very long, it would seem you are still lacking in courtly grace. Design. Don't tell me you're starting to actually sound like the mind flayers you've been using.
The mind flayers were a mean to an end. Just like Petra, just like Strahd, just like all of them.
Hey, Gwen, do you remember when we planned to like die a bunch of times and that was all our plan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it any differently. And I died twice.
Yeah.
Titivolus has awoken power beyond measure, and he is yet to unleash it. It is your choice what side you land on.
You know, it's a rare sight to watch a king live on his knees.
Make a perception check, everyone.
Oh, I hope it was going to be Elric making his first beefed up persuasion check.
Same.
Oh,
Oh,
Gwen's just seeing red.
Oh.
oh my God.
All right, Gwen with a natural 1, Arnon with a
4 and
15.
11.
Oh, do I get to roll too?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody.
Orpheus with a 10.
Hey, double digits is good for Orpheus. All right.
Butch with a 7. You all are way
Whoa.
too invested in what's happening right now. And
Entirely
Elric with
too
a
invested.
13. On my knees.
While you're down there.
He just laughs slightly. He's like, you have no idea the gifts I have been granted, the gifts I have been given. I am not the one on my knees. I made an alliance, and I was rewarded for that alliance.
I'm sure you were.
Our name.
Dogs are often glad with the scraps their masters give them.
Oh shit!
Showing that strength.
You play at being a ruler, but you are simply the first servant in line. What is it that you would offer me that is simply something Titivolus is allowing you to give?
I would have offered you a fraction of the power that he has given me and that I have given to your brother. Our name will live on forever. I will live on forever. forever. And as he says that, the illusion starts dropping. And where his face once was, you now see some of the flesh is become a lot more gaunt and lean and almost like skin stretched over bone. And you see spots where the flesh has started to decay around his jawline. As...
It's pretty dope.
Where is he? Hold on.
Joke's on you, Gwen's into that shit.
You choose now to be into this?
Always been into it. I haven't tried to hide it.
Oh, what the hell? Hold on. Sorry. Give me a second. He's doing something weird.
Yep.
As this new face, this gaunt, almost emaciated face looks on at all of you. And I will put the image. I will show you what true power is.
Is that supposed to be a selling point?
What it means to break the chains of mortality. You will fall now before me. Not
Immortality could use some
as
lotion.
my child, not as my equal,
Little
as
ashy there, buddy.
but as the failure I should have crushed years ago. And you will lie broken at my feet, and you will
Counter-proposal.
understand.
Well, this is while he's having his whole speech, I'm using my sending stone mentally, saying, "Think we're about to be attacked. Battle likely imminent."
And
Counter proposal.
we will pick up right there with rolling initiative next week.
I want to say one last thing before we get started. To my dad. I'll fall after you, not before.
Fantastic. All right. And we will pick up there next week because this is going to be a long fight and we're not starting it after 11 o'clock. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for sticking with us. Make sure you are following us. Thank you for all the raids and all of the new subs and followers on Twitch and everywhere else. So thank you again. And make sure you check us out at youtube.com/@thosenaturalones, twitch.tv/thosenaturalones, and patreon.com/thosenaturalones, plus all the other socials and everything like that. So we will see you next week.
Where hopefully we don't roll a natural one, showing a king what it actually looks like to lead.
Have a fantastic evening. Have a fantastic week.